I have been hearing wrong advice my whole life. Because everybody told me, you need to scale your business, you need to make money, you need to scale, you need to scale to the moon, scale. What I did not realize was, so very common, you are very good at your job, I'm very good at my job, one person. The advice given is you should find somebody, train the person to do what you can do, so after you can now do more, right? And then after that, train the third person, and then he can do more, and then after that, your business you can scale. No. That is utter bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay? Then when I realized that by taking away all my time, my relationships broke down, my parents, my uncles, our relationship broke down. Even with my loved one, all broke down.
I see.
Then I asked myself, what is the point? What is the point if you have a big house and everything, and big car and everything, but nobody want to eat dinner with you, and nobody care about you. When you become valuable as a connector, people will want to work with you because of the connection and the value that you have. But you do not know whether they truly care about the mission and the purpose, or do they just want access, they want to leverage you or exploit you. So because of that, I can't tell the difference.
So welcome everyone to another episode of Behind Closed Doors in Faz The Accountant's podcast. So for those of you who are watching, today I have the most interesting speaker, the most interesting guest, my beloved friend and client, Mr. Vernon Lim. And he has so many businesses. I can't name one of them as the right company to tell you about, but he will let you know about it. So without going too much on my introduction, I'll pass over to him because he will do more justice. Please go ahead, bro. Tell us about who you are and your business, bro.
Hi everyone, my name is Vernon. I am the founder of Opportunity Oasis, which is a private business club here in Singapore. I have, of course, various other business interests. My origin is interestingly a public speaking coach. So over 12 years ago, I was a public speaking coach. Then I found my way doing different things as what the market demanded and requested, and I evolved. So today, I'm very proud to be operating this private business club because it allows me to put the best use of my resources and my talents to impact as many of the beneficiaries and my community as possible. Yeah.
Awesome, man. From my introduction, you can see how he speaks, man. My goodness, bro. We all need to learn from you. Awesome. So, bro, thank you very much, Vernon, for joining us.
My pleasure, bro.
Yeah, I want to listen. I want to hear from you, and also I think for the benefit of everybody who's watching here, we want to hear from you. How did your business come about? Tell us a bit about how it's all started.
Okay. So, when I first started many years ago, I was a university student, right? Due to my family background and my family history, without going into too much details, basically, we were from a working class family. My dad has 6 siblings, so total of 7 kids. And I was the eldest grandson. And of course, we were not from a working class family, right? But my grandparents had to see doctor, just like all of your grandparents, and my grandparents and your all have to see doctor. And one of those trips, or rather every of those trips, because I was the grandson that had to bring people to see it's a standard story, guys. It's same for everyone, right? There's always be the grandson or the eldest grandson or something. They got to bring the akong and the ama, go and see doctor, go to Tan Tock Seng, queue up, go to NUS, queue up. So from the first time I remembered, I was bringing them to see doctor. So I had that whole privilege to be able to care for my grandparents in that capacity. But because I was doing that, I had full view of the bills. because no other adult was there, it's just me, right? So I got to take the medical bills. My parents would, or my uncles or my aunties would give me one Nets card, give me the PIN number, and then tell me everything over, go there and use the card and pay, right? So I'm very clear on the cost. And I remember my grandfather at the time recently recovered from some heart attack, went through bypass, that kind of thing. And he was going through a series of medication. And he was, to be honest, not in a very good health at that point already. So we had a chance to finish the doctor. We got a prescription, just like how it works. Then I went to the pharmacy, I wanted to buy. But before I buy, my uncles and aunties told me, always call first when you get the bill to see. Of course, I was very young at that time. I didn't realize the reason they asked me to call is because there might not be enough money in the nets. I mean, I didn't think of this kind of things when I was very young. I just behave like a child, like money is unlimited, right? When you are thinking that it's unlimited. So one day I called, and the bill at that time for 3 months medical bills was $2,500 worth of bills. Oh. So I just called them and I said, okay, we're gonna take the bill. This is $2,500. I'm gonna put it into the card. Then they told me, can you just take 1 month prescription only? Then I said, why? He said, grandfather might not be around for 2 months, so don't waste the money.
Okay.
Then I said, wow. I was like, it was a bit like, it's not something you. I mean, you want your grandparents to be around as long as possible, right?
When you hear it, you're like, okay.
Okay, sure. Then after that, because of that, I look closely at the bill. Then I look at the cost, which means nothing because it depends how many pills, right?
Yeah.
So I just look at the thing, then I start to look at it, then I see. Then I realized that one pill was $3.
Wow.
This was a long time ago, like 10 over years ago. And if one pill is $3, and as you know, they don't take one pill only, right?
Yeah.
They take like one hand of pills, right? So anything from blood thinner to everything, whatever, cholesterol medication, everything, right? Then I asked myself, I said, wow, one pill is $3. That's like one chicken rice, And if they're taking so many pills a day, and because we have 7 siblings to tahan the cost, you can divide by 7 in a way, right? Of course, not all 7 was contributing, but the idea is that you can share the cost, right? Then I think about my siblings. I see the 3 of us now need to angkat 2, Last time we got 7 people to divide the cost to look after 2. Now we have 3 people to look after 2. Then I think to myself, at the time I was still a student wearing school uniform in the hospital. I plan to get married one day. I plan to have, that means my wife also has the same problem, right? She will have 2 parents, right? Then I will have kids one day. And then I have to also pay for them, right? Then after I look at it, if the medical bill is like this, if I want to have 1 house, 1 car, look after 4 old people, have 3 kids, how is $4,000 salary going to make sense? That I told myself, I said, I cannot get a job. By then I was thinking like this. I was already still in school uniform. So I think if I work for government, they will have good starting pay, maybe 4,000, 4,009, whatever. I don't know. I don't know what pay is, but it's good pay. But whatever that good pay is, I don't think it can look after 4 sets of old people and have 3 kids, 1 house and 1 car, right? The numbers will not make sense. So I told myself, no matter what happens in this life, I have to do something, but it cannot be a government job, basically, right? Then I asked myself, as I grew a bit older at the time, okay, it's getting nearer. I went to army, met some people who are doing better in life, come from better family and all this kind of stuff, right? Then I asked myself, okay, what am I exactly going to do if I don't want to get a job? That means I knew that by the time I graduate, I will not apply for a job, I wouldn't send a resume, all this. I will do something. Then I look around and ask myself, who are the most excited and happy people in the world in terms of an adult? Do you think an office worker is very excited every day, very motivated, very looking forward? I don't think so, right? So I asked myself, after a while I realized, you know who the most excited and motivated people are from my young perspective? Salespeople.
Okay.
I found salespeople to be extremely motivated, very excited every day. They seem to love their job and they seem to make a lot of money, So I said, you know what? I will be a salesman. They asked me, sell what? I said, I don't know what I'm going to sell. But looking around me, I think the salespeople have the lifestyle that I want because they look like they're very happy, look like they're very motivated, look like they're very excited, they look like they got money. Okay lah, I will be a salesman. Then, but of course, I don't understand. I started to go to school, right? Then I took a course on entrepreneurship.
Okay.
It's a minor in entrepreneurship. And to graduate, you have to start a business, no?
Wow, okay.
So you have the part of the training program involve the starting of a business.
Wow.
So I said, okay lah, try lah.
That's novel, lah.
Not bad, right?
Yeah.
I mean, of course, it doesn't matter whether make money, don't make money lah. Go through the motion, right? So when I went for a course, first module, first day, must interview all these things that can go in now. So the failure rate was about 70%, only 30% they accept. So I made it into that cohort. Then first module, first day, my lecturer said, your first business will likely fail because you don't know what you're doing. So remember, I was in university, first year, freshman. Somebody said, your first business sure fail one. My mindset immediately was, then I better fail now.
Okay. Let's get it over and done with.
Get over with lah. Because if you told me my first business is going to fail, then I better fail now lah. Because I have already decided, I'm resolved to be a salesman and I want to be some kind of business guy. And somebody tell me my first business will fail, then the answer is fail now lah, right? So when I was in university, I started 4 businesses. 4 different businesses. I was a tour agency owner, I was a caterer, I was a t-shirt printer, and I was a chocolate importer.
Wow, okay.
All in my
Diverse.
all in my 4 years. I tried lah, of course I didn't know what I was doing. I made a lot of stupid mistakes. Then the thing that I imported has an expiry date. So I did that. I also did things, I was a tour agency guy, but I didn't time the market. So I was promoting my things in a time when nobody was traveling.
Okay.
So I made a lot of mistakes. I learned a lot, right? So when I went through that whole journey, I was also a Toastmaster.
Okay.
So because remember I told you I want to be a salesman, right? But I don't know how to talk. So when I was in the army, somebody said that Toastmaster is a place where you learn how to talk. So I said, okay lah. I got no money to pay for a course, so Toastmaster is like almost free, $50 a year. Join the club. Okay lah, I joined the club, learn how to talk lah. So I went in, I attended every meeting. The meeting was every week. I joined every competition. I read everything I can to become a good speaker. Started to win competitions.
Wow.
So while I was starting my 4 business, I was failing, right? All the businesses. Of course, I didn't think I was failing. I was trying. And then after that, I was learning this public speaking time. By the time I'm done with my 4 business, and all my business partners hated me because I was bad at running it, somebody told me, Vernon, you should teach this because you are an award-winning speaker. Then by the time this guy told me this, which is my mentor at that time, I was enlightened. Because if you teach public speaking as a skill, you actually got no inventory, no overhead, no cost of goods sold, and nothing expiring. So I learned all this, right? Because I now know that this is a good idea. Now, back then, of course, I was young and immature. I didn't realize that what I landed on was intellectual property, scalability, asset-light business, high profit margin. I didn't know I was talking about these 4 things. All I thought was I just need one laptop, one PowerPoint start, I can jadi already, So then I became a public speaking coach. So when I was I did my first corporate talk, of course, I was being recommended in to speak for this organization, that organization, do sales training here, stuff like that. Then I realized, somebody told me, Vernon, if you just did public speaking and presentation skill, it is not enough because it's a commodity. It's a soft skill. You must learn a sales skill. Then, of course, I listened to my mentor, but I didn't know what he was teaching me. So I took neuro-linguistic programming as a skill set.
Okay.
So I got certified master practitioner. Then I started to teach sales skills training. So now I became very good at sales. Plus, I was teaching sales skills training. Again, I was young, immature. I didn't know what he was teaching me. What he was teaching me is product differentiation.
Okay.
That's what he was teaching me. He was also telling me about product to market fit. Also, I didn't know what it was. I just did it. So I became a sales trainer for a while. At one point, I was being engaged for some large sales training of 60, 80 people. At one point, I was conducting training 2 or 3 times a month for different property agencies.
Wow.
So property agency will invite me. I'll come in teach sales training to them. They'll pay me a few $100s per time. So 1 month I was making like $2,000-$3,000. Was not bad for doing some talk for this kid. And I was still in school.
Oh, okay.
I still in school.
Uni still?
I was still in school already.
Awesome.
Yeah, that was my fifth activity. My last year I was doing this. So when I was doing this already, then by the time I graduated, I was more serious in this. Then somebody told me, one of my student in the class came to me, passed me the name card. Then I went home because I was very young and hungry. I saw this guy's name card, purple color. I looked at his website. His website was very bad. So I met him in person. I spoke to him already. I know his business very good, but his website very bad. So I sent him an email. I said, "Dear sir, my name is so and so. We met at this event. I was a trainer. Thank you for connecting with me. I look at your website and I write this phrase in the email. I said, your website, in my opinion, does not reflect the scale and credibility of your business." Send.
Wow.
Then I put there, please do these 3 things and it will be better. Send.
Wow. Okay.
That's all. Straight away he called me, no bro. I sent an email, I pressed send. 15 minutes later he called me, See, Vernon, what do you mean by my website do not reflect the scale and credibility of my business? Then I said, alamak.
Now I have to solve this problem.
I jammed already now. Then I said, okay, as a professional, it's not right for me to just say this on the phone with you. I should actually understand your business a bit better for me to give you my opinion. Say, okay, Vernon, let's have a coffee. Say, okay, Vernon, let's have a coffee. I thought I have a coffee the next day, and I spoke to him for 4 hours. Then I have coffee with him for 3 more times, 4 hours each time for 3 weeks.
Wow.
Then he told me, okay, Vernon, I want you to do my web marketing. Then I told him, I said, sir, I am not a marketing person. I am a sales trainer. You have met me. I spoke on the stage. I don't know how to build a website. I don't know how to do any writing. You sure you still want me to work for you? He said, yeah, sure. Do my marketing for me as a project. I'll do for you. He said, but I don't know how to build a website. I want to outsource, He said, yeah, okay lah, outsource lah. Then I said, if I need to outsource, I need to mark up, And because I don't know what I'm doing, I'll make a lot of mistakes. I'll make a lot of changes. So I need to pay a lot of money to the vendor, He said, okay lah, just give me a proposal. So I gave him a proposal for 34,000 for the website.
But you were brutally honest.
Yeah, I just told him, I don't know what I'm doing. It will create a lot of cost. I need a lot of buffer to make a lot of changes. And it will take a long time to understand your business. So I just said, it's 34,000. He said, okay.
Oh, steady.
I said, okay? Really okay? He said, okay, really?
Oh.
He said, yeah, okay. So I said, okay lah, then I send you an invoice lah. Then for deposit 10,000, then we start. Then he said, okay. Then because of that, I incorporate one company to do this.
Oh.
So it was one company, my sole proprietor, to build this one client for this specific reason. So after I took on this client project, I spent 1 year to finish the project because I need to understand their business.
Yeah.
So they are actually in M&A and valuation business.
Okay.
So because of this process, I got to learn business valuation and M&A, to bucket this guy, right? Seriously.
Wow.
This podcast has been brought to you by Accounting Superhero, your trusted partner for Zero and SME compliance in Singapore and Malaysia. Switch up to Accounting Superhero today.
Okay, what is M&A? What is business valuation? What is the valuation matrix? What do you mean by it is income-based valuation? What is asset-based valuation? What is subjective? What are comparables? What is an asset? What is not an asset? What is considered liability? What is a balance sheet? What is a financial statement? I got to learn all this, right?
Oh.
So because I went through this journey with him, I don't know who is benefiting more, me or him. Then now you do website also, Vernon. Then I said, I think so. He said, okay, Vernon, do for me, help me do website lah. So because I did his service, my next 5 clients were all accountants.
Wow.
Because accountants generally don't know how to communicate well, lah, right? They say they one stop, they CFO, same lah, everything same topic, 360 service, whatever, full suite, same lah, right? So because they all say the same thing, they cannot develop themselves on the website. So I was closing website projects back one after the other. Then because of the money that I made, I started to build my Indonesian team. Because I got a business partner in Indonesia, I said, hey, I cannot keep paying the outsourced vendor because now I got steady flow already, I need to hire an Indonesian developer. So my team in Indonesia grew to about 5 developer and project manager to run this website business. Wow. So now I am a website developer that provide marketing advice. So as I go through this journey, marketing, I realized that it's very hard to market a business that got no unique position. It's called branding, right? So I started to advise my clients, okay, you need to position yourself this way. You need to say that your accounting firm specializes in clients that got warehouse. Okay. Because you have inventory, reconciliation, specialization, and tools. Then the other accountant specializes in tax advisory because they do a lot of inter-country stuff. So you need to position yourself as this. Then the other one is positioning companies for valuation. So you need to say that you are actually a growth partner for companies, high growth companies in tech sector. This is branding work lah.
Yes.
So after I start doing this, they realize that I'm not marketing their business, I'm branding their business. You say, okay, but like that, I need to change my logo, change my color, select new photo. Okay, you help me, can or not? I say, I do marketing, you must give me the photo, not I give you the photo, right? He said, no lah, but I don't have.
Do you take the photo as well?
Then you take the photo lah. I said, okay, sure. So because of that, I became a brand consultant. So you can see that I'm not purposely moving, I'm being pulled because of the value that I deliver to my client. So as I pull into a branding consultant, so I started to do branding projects. So I was doing okay at that point of time. Then at the branding stage, this was where I met you Faz. I was really a branding guy already at that point, branding advisory. So helping people with their taglines, taglines such as, build a business that outperform you. That's branding.
Yes.
Okay, that's branding. So we're doing all this branding work with them. They're very appreciative, so they do this. Then I realized after a while, even you brand them, their business model doesn't make sense. So that means they don't know which product to push as loss leader. They don't know which one profit maximizer. They do not know whether the business model is service based, you sell package, subscription based. They do not know how to do product development. So I went to learn how to do all of these things, and then I just teach it to them. So after a while, I'm not branding guy anymore. I am touching their business model, because of new product line. So therefore, I became a growth advisor. So then I'm helping people with their growth basically. But I still tell people I'm a copywriter because it's easy for them to understand. But actually, my service is advising them on their growth strategy. So this was one way how the last 10 years my business, of course there were many low points, of course, but this is just the direction. And now how I'm now currently, why I founded my private business club is because I don't have platform as a big ticket brand to help more people. It's very hard for physician to then engage Vernon because this big ticket item, then overhaul the whole business, right? They should be able to pay a few $100 or $1,000 just for a consultation session for me to give them a business model review. So it is in fact a consultation to understand business model leading to a prescription, which is an advisory. Then based on the advisory, they can take the prescription and buy the drug anywhere they want, or they can buy from my pharmacy.
Understand.
So it moved up that way. Then, but because of the way my business model works, again, it's because of my own learning to myself. We become project to project, and then we don't have a reason to continue the relationship after the project. And there's no way. I don't know how to bill you. Okay, after branding finish ready, we want to do this how? So what I realized was very useful. It all started because I took on, at my highest peak, I was taking on like 15 clients a year, which is a very big load. But because of my year-on-year training and client growth, right, I was able to then realize that this client should meet that client.
Okay.
Hey, you're selling this also,
cross-pollination.
Actually, bro, your this thing, if together with that thing, actually people will then be more interested, right? Yeah. So I said, okay lah, but intro lah. I said, okay, intro. So I intro them. They started the initiative. Then they hired me to market the thing. So I said, okay lah, good lah, right? Then, but what about other clients who didn't have the chance to do the matching? Then by the time they drop off my radar, then this guy appear. Then by then this guy is good to me. Then it becomes very. There's no framework to hold these opportunities, man. So I said, okay. So I'll tell you what. Okay, we need to start a community. So I then organize the communities. Then we have regular meetings and all this kind of stuff. Then, but you see, after a while, I realized that communities are not sustainable. Communities must have a model to sustain the community. So again, because I'm a business advisor for myself, I sit down and thought about it. Then I know why. So this point I'm going to share is actually my learning that is crystallized for 12 years of networking, building up a database of a few thousand. And the insight I want to share with you is communities are not clubs. Okay? This is the punchline, okay?
Okay.
So I share, okay? First, imagine I run a golf club. I'm a golf club owner. So what is my job? My job is to run the golf club, make sure there is balls in the golf club, make sure the toilet can flush, make sure everything leave working all okay, right? That's good. Make the money come in. Do I play golf? Not needed, right?
Yeah.
Of course, I can have an interest in golf, but I can go through 1 year of doing my golf club and never touch the golf club.
True.
Correct?
True.
Now, inside the golf club, there will be one bowling community. There will be one Tuesday kaki group.
Yeah.
There will be one makan group that like to come here. There will be one more like to sing the karaoke upstairs.
Yeah.
These are communities. But the communities inherently are not monetizable. Inherently. The community is sitting on top of a club. The club is the business model that sustain the platform for the community to thrive. So many people who are trying to start communities actually don't know this. It's not correct. The model doesn't work. You must run a club. The club is run as a platform with some custodian services and some steward services, and then advertising services or whatever. And then the community have somewhere to write on the platform.
Okay.
So because I figured this out, 2 years ago, I pivoted into community founder. So now I run a premier private business club in Singapore, which then runs a platform of activities and events for business owners to come and do collaboration, meet some people. And because there is a club now, because there is a gated community, people got one sense of a bit more safety. That's why you go to a golf club, you think you meet good people, man?
Yeah.
Right? Because
they will vet who comes in there.
there's some kind of check lah. No, at least you must be able to afford the fee. At least you must have a hobby, or maybe the golf club is so far away, you must drive a car, for example. With all these criteria, okay, then the people meet there.
Yeah.
I was talking to one of my members of my community. They say, "Hey, Vernon, your private business club very descriptive. Never talk about value." Now you go to a golf club. Will you see any golf club advertisement that says, "Join here to network with high net worth people"? Join here and get business deal. Will you ever see a golf club advertisement like this? Never, right? The golf club only describe the golf club. There is so many whole golf course. There is a gym. Look at our swimming pool, very big. They're just describing things only. They will never point the value proposition. Because the moment you point the value proposition, it defeats the value proposition. What? So if the community, people who are building communities, they are not clear on the positioning. So end up, they will say funny things like, join this high net worth community, membership fee $500 a year. Then you'll be thinking, how come your high net worth community, the membership fee is only $500 a year? Then the brain will have a jam, right? But you must join the club that has this set of requirements. Then inside the club, they do community activities. So the reason why my life has brought me to the point where I am today and given me that clarity is simply because I want to create positive impact in as many SMEs in Singapore as possible. And I have concluded for now, the best model is to look after the clubhouse. Because I jaga the clubhouse well, the communities can grow. They will come. Because this golf club, good lah, the golf course clean,
Yeah.
toilet work, I put the money in, the ball come out, correct number.
Yep.
People will come and play golf here.
Actually, when you say this, bro, it reminds me that actually where you're coming from is the fundamentals must be there and it must work.
Yes.
The fundamentals must function so that the higher purpose can sit on top of it.
Yes.
Okay.
Without the strong fundamentals, so if just imagine I love playing golf, and then all my kaki love playing golf. Will the 11 of us buy a golf club to play golf? It doesn't make sense, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you want the milk, I mean, you must buy a cow lah.
Yeah.
You know, you know what I mean. So the answer is buy milk lah. Go NTUC, just buy lah. You know what I mean. It is true, right? You have your own cow. If you press the cow, the milk is free.
Yeah.
But the cow need to makan.
Yeah, you need to look after.
You need to look after the cow, right?
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
count that cost? Actually, your milk very expensive. You know, if you count the cow and then maybe you squeeze one cup of milk $4,000. You know. Yeah, because you don't think, or rather you not aware of the maintenance cost. So I used to be the guy who loved to drink milk. Right, then I keep trying to work at the then after I realized actually a lot of people want milk and they like my milk. So I said maybe I should do a cow farm lah. Then they can a la carte the milk and then they will get the milk, then they happy they go off. What they don't need to time share the cow, right? You know, I mean they'll say, hey, I just need this one, I don't need everything one. So I pay you a fee, which is to buy the milk from the chain, then you take the milk and go out. Because I feel that by looking after a good golf club, if you jaga well, you maintain well, the quality is there. But if you run the golf club in such a way that you go to a golf club website, will you see a golf club website list the names of all their members?
Oh, no.
No, right?
At most, they will have some photos of some events.
Yes.
Where members are there.
Yes,
Yeah.
but they will not go to one golf club.
Yeah.
You click directory, then you see all the members of the golf club.
Yeah.
They don't do that. Why don't they do that? Because it's counterintuitive to the exclusivity, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's called fundamental. You must have the fundamentals right. You must know what you're doing. Then you can create the value. When you can create the value, then the target market will retain. Yeah. I'll give you another very crazy example, right? There are some communities out there who thought it was a good idea to do monetization, charge membership money. No problem. Very good. Huh? That's covering the cow, right? But they do this amazing thing called lifetime membership. Okay. See, the moment your community has a lifetime membership, what happens? Firstly, cash flow is a problem.
Yeah.
Because this guy only pay one time.
Yeah.
Okay. Number two, you cannot fire the guy. So when you put a lifetime member inside your golf club, this guy come with your golf club, go to the locker room, put camera, start to do funny things, steal the ball, and then after that, anyhow park, then say, sorry, you're not following our house rules. You cannot come in. I lifetime member.
Yeah.
Must let me in. Yeah, cannot, right? Yeah. So
This is the Delta Airlines problem. Let's say.
the owner of the golf club will not be in the Tuesday golfing kaki group, right?
Yeah.
There will be many
He's
Tuesday.
omnipresent. Wherever he needs to be.
Wherever he needs to be. Of course, he can walk, look around. He can come and have a drink with some of the people. Hey, how is everything? But he's not involved inside the activity. So he must manage the golf club.
Yeah.
So this is my message to all the community leaders out there. You have to be clear what you are doing. You must have a golf club to sustain your business. Then communities are there as I would say, a byproduct of your good management. The community for community, very difficult to monetize. Yeah, or rather very difficult to create a structure around it. Yeah.
Actually, I think that's very true, bro. Because at the end of the day, people stay in the community because of I would say it's actually nothing to do with business, no. It's actually a psychological and emotional need kind of thing. So
absolutely.
Yeah. So I think as what you mentioned, the fundamentals is the club. The club must function. The club must provide the platform.
Yes.
And that's where the business is.
Yes.
Awesome, bro. Awesome. Anyway, I wish you the best of luck for this, bro. I think if you have an opening, let me know.
Please join the Singapore's premier private business club. And we have touch points, we have websites like everything. But you have to, this is a good distinction I want to share with you guys. Number one, a club has membership. You join a club. But a community, right, is something that you identify with. Okay, it's different, huh?
Yeah.
So, for example, if there are many Singaporeans living in JB, right? So the Singaporeans who live in JB are actually a community.
Yeah.
You identify as a Singaporean who live in JB.
Yep.
Now, if we run an event there for Singaporeans living in JB, they will all come, right?
Yeah.
And then when they come the time, do they have common things to talk about? Of course, how to apply for school, how do we do this, where's a good place to get this procurement, but shopping, where is good. They will have so many interesting things to talk about, right?
Yep.
And that is a community. You cannot then therefore flip around and, because you identify as a Singaporean living in JB, now you must pay membership fee to me. Then everybody will look at you like, who are you that we should be giving you money, right? But if you organize an event and the event has a ticket price, they will pay.
Yeah.
Because they know that you need
Just to
to
attend,
cover
yeah.
the makan and everything, right?
Yeah.
But beyond that, they will ask, why am I paying? Because I happen to be a Singaporean in JB, therefore I must give you this protection money, is it? Then they will think about it and say, no lah, I think no need lah, we just cover. So that's why a lot of communities out there cannot evolve beyond their activities because the whole psychology is incorrect. Yeah, actually, if there are good community leaders out there, they should invest and own a golf club. My last 10 years of being in community building, 10 years in looking after different communities, being a community founder myself, being a steward of community, a custodian of community, advisor to communities, this is what I learned. Actually, it's community and club different. Of course, some people will get confused. Then they will ask me, Vernon, how come the Singapore got community club?
Yeah. Interesting question.
They have community clubs. Then what is a community club? So then that's a different model. Community clubs actually, they are just clubs actually to serve as a function, as a platform for generic communities to latch on. So that means there is no the club itself got no agenda. Their agenda is just to rent space. There
It's
is
an open-ended lah.
Open-ended. So Safra is like a community club. So everybody can just join. Then you can go and have your bowling gang, everything there. Yeah. So sometimes people confuse that. They think a club is a WhatsApp group. No, they think a community is a WhatsApp group. They think a community must have a physical location. They think a community means you must have the same interest. Actually, all of these are not the right lens to look at it. The right lens to look at it is, if you want to better serve more community, what is your club's business model and value proposition that will allow the most amount of communities to grow, and then you can share the resource and value to them. That's actually the mindset, not this mindset. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Oh, okay. I think this is something which SME business owners should actually look into because there's a lot of value that you can actually get from being in the right community.
Absolutely.
And as you mentioned, there are communities which will come and which will go, but you need to identify with the community, with the right community. But if you have a club, then you have a commonality there lah.
Yes.
Right. So yeah. Please check out Vernon's club. Right?
Yes. Please go to my website and then read up about it. If you have and sign up for a newsletter, so you can come for our events, which then means you get to see some of the events. But to be part of the community, you have to first be part of the club. Right?
Yep.
So then once you're part of the club, then you will have access to some of the communities or start your own community that will piggyback on the events that are running. Because our job is make sure the bowling alley works,
Yeah.
Right, but you still got to pay for the bowling ball,
Yeah.
Yeah. If you makan at the F&B in the clubhouse, you still need to pay for the F&B lah. If not, how the F&B,
True.
Yeah.
These are operations, bro.
Yes.
What's your accountant, bro? So for you specifically, numbers do you normally look at that help you make your decisions?
The first phase, I only look at incoming revenue, which is obviously what everybody thinks is good for them, lah, right? So make more money, very good. Okay. So of course we had those dark days where one month we had $500, of course. Then subsequently it gets better and stuff like that. After I reached as I shared just now, we start doing bigger and bigger projects. The biggest single invoice I had the opportunity to be a part of and push was $380,000.
Oh.
I mean, it wasn't one payment, right? But it was one invoice. It break up in different milestone payment. So obviously it was great, right? Of course, we had many subcontractors, many vendors part of that project. Then I realized after a while, hey, revenue is great, but there isn't much left after the,
All the costs go in.
after all the costs go in, right? There isn't much left, right? So then I realized that, okay, profit is important, right? Then I started to make this thing called gross profit, right? But gross profit, I realized, is not net profit.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you must understand this clearly, please talk to your accountant. If you don't understand this, please understand this, okay? So of course, net profit means there's the operating cost. Yeah. Because I made a mistake last time, because of my high gross profit, which is one-off and project based, I started to commit to operation costs.
Okay.
Yeah. Amateur mistake 101 lah, right? Because we think every day is Sunday right? Every day good lah, every day raining good lah, water dropping from the sky, no need to skip water one, right? So of course, when the deals started to slow down and all that stuff, and then things started to go bad, then with the cost was there, and I realized that when the revenue stopped coming in at that kind of size, then we start having some operational issues.
Yeah.
I mean, our net profit became nothing, right? Sometimes of course lose money, right? How can you be taking in $400,000 a year and lose money? For example, I said, hey, that's crazy, man. I'm sending out all these nice invoice, right? How come I'm losing money, yeah? Right? At the end of the day, my bank account did not increase, but the revenue was okay, But the bank account did not increase. Why?
Your cash retention is not good, lah.
Cash retention is not good, right?
Yeah.
So why? Then I realized after I sat down and thought about it, right? So first, there's this magic thing called cost of goods sold, which is a variable cost. After that, there's operation costs.
Yeah.
So of course, in business, I made a mistake. I keep thinking I must reduce costs at all costs. I just everything make no cost. But with no cost, you have no leverage.
Yeah.
There's no leverage. So end up, we must think about whether or not the cost that goes in, is there a return on investment to the machinery for value? Okay, this is very abstract. Okay, so we take it in a not abstract version. Okay, so for example, if I want to hire a person, right, is it better? So you hire a Singaporean, for example, let's say, is for any resource you want to onboard is a $40,000 to $45,000 conversation. Okay, I mean you know this lah. The moment you have one Singaporean who want to participate, local person here, that's the amount you put in. So the question you want to ask yourself is, can this person bring back the value of 3 times?
Yeah.
So last time I thought this person costs $40. If the person come back $45 means ROI lah. We don't know what the game works, right? Basically, is your machine able to optimize the use for this person that will bring in the return? Few steps. Now we're not talking about salespeople only. For example, the first person what I learned from Faz, right, through your uni day programs, right, one of the first people we need to hire is our executive assistant. Right? Which sounds like a very small title, but it is not a small role. Yeah, I mean the title can call many things. Right? You can call them management trainee, you can call them whatever you want to call them, right? You can call them a Power Ranger, anything you want. But basically, the role of this person is to be able to is familiar in the operation of your business. That means he or she know where is the button, know how to press the button, and know how to read the chart. This is basically the job of this person. So now, what is the value of this person? The value of this person, if this person does this job, the value of this person is to free up your time. Then your time is only meant to do revenue work and also decision making for the resource deployment of your business. So the first thing I used to look at revenue. After I stopped looking at only revenue, then I look at costs, only costs. Then I try to bring down costs all the time. I bring down costs all day, I got no leverage. Then I said again another mistake. I'm making years of mistakes here, okay, in my journey, okay. Then after with no cost, there's no leverage. Then I said, okay, we must add some costs. So as I add some costs, I now am a bit more mature to monitor the net profit. Once I realize the net profit is good, then I say, okay, then we start to grow. Yeah. Now, at this point of my journey, which is about 6 years ago, I learned this amazing thing. It's called scale versus growth. This fast changed my life because I realized I have been hearing wrong advice my whole life. Because everybody told me, you need to scale your business, you need to make money, you need to scale, you need to scale to the moon, scale. What I did not realize was, so very common, you are very good in your job, I'm very good in my job, one person. The advice given is you should find somebody, train the person to do what you can do, so after you can now do more, right? And then after that, train the third person, and then he can do more, and then after that, your business you can scale. No. That is utter bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay? Growth is good for traction, proof of concept, product market fit. That's growth. That means everybody like to eat your char kway teow. Okay, that's good. So they eat char kway teow, right? That is growth. The moment you want to scale, you are making money that doesn't have commensurating operation costs.
Yes. It's exponential already.
Exponential.
Yes.
Now, everybody, of course, wants exponential. But they don't understand, they don't focus on this component. So they'll say things like, oh, Vernon, if you're very good at consulting, you should record a video series and sell your DVD.
That's still growth.
That's still growth.
Yeah.
You see, it's not skill.
Yes.
Now, when in the marketplace, the many community members I've met, they fell into this trap and they end up into loans and credit card debt and they borrow money from the bank. And the answer to scaling their business is to hire people. Yeah, so end up, what happened is they will have a huge cost at the bottom.
Yeah.
Then when the revenue drop, they gonna bang big time, and then they will have their business collapse, the cost structure collapse, because the money cannot fit this.
Yeah.
So now, the number that I'm looking for now, I learned right, is that there are now two kinds of revenue. There is growth revenue and there is scale revenue. So now I do both.
Okay.
Right? So for example, my club, right, obviously charges membership fees. Membership fees have no cost of goods sold. Right? You sell one membership fee, you sell 100 membership fee, it's no cost of goods sold. So that is scalable revenue. Scale revenue. Now inside my community, they pay money to come for classes, workshops. Workshop is growth revenue. So more workshops, more tickets, more people come, okay, very good.
Yeah.
People engage my advisory and consulting services, growth revenue.
Yeah.
So now I'm very clear. The number that I look for now is actually scale revenue. Because as I grew a few years ago, I had few big retainer contracts. So my retainer contracts added together, the number was quite big, right? So this big retainer contract number made me feel like, wow, make a lot of money. But the problem is, I sold away 14 hours of my day for this group, for this revenue. Which means I don't even have time to like take a shower or something like that, I don't even have time to move between places.
Yep.
I'm so inside the business, but the revenue is good, of course, and the profit is good also. That's the worst part. The worst part is that the profit is good and the revenue is good. So therefore, your conclusion is that this is good.
So you cannot go right, cannot go left.
You cannot go left.
Yeah,
You're just there. You're just there. Every day you must make char kway teow because only you are the Midas touch to make the char kway teow. No.
Yeah.
So what happened is I said no, cannot, because my revenue was this amount and I'm working 16 hours a day. How can it double the amount? I cannot work double, right? And I cannot double my price stupidly to people, right? Then they won't buy. So the conclusion, I reached the absolute limit of my active income. I reached the limit. So because I reached the limit, I realized I'm no longer interested in this, because if I do this for 10 more years, I will be in the same position today. So I need to change my business model. So that's why I moved into a membership model, which is scalable. Subscription for my AI tools, scalable. So with the subscription tools revenue and the revenue from membership fee, I now have scalable revenue. Then, because I created a platform, I can actually curate value to be on the platform, and then this value will then attract more members to be a part of this community because they want to build out the club, because they want to access the value. So it becomes a positive flywheel. advertisement is also a scalable revenue. So the thing that I learned in the last 3-4 years is there is different kinds of revenue. This is what I learned. And when I mean different kind of revenue, I don't mean you sell drink is one revenue, you sell cake one revenue. That's not the different kind of revenue I'm talking about. Those are SKU, those are products. Different kind of revenue means there is such thing as growth and traction revenue, and then there's scalable revenue. And in order to achieve scalable revenue, you need to invest in infrastructure to achieve the scalable revenue. And what makes your investment work is your decision making and curation process. That means you choose what to put there lah. I mean, if you put the thing there good, then people want lah. If I get Taylor Swift to come and sing in my clubhouse, no problem, right? Sure, membership, everything offline. But if I choose the wrong singer to sing in my clubhouse, then of course my clubhouse empty lah. Yeah, give free also people don't want to come lah. Yeah.
Cool.
So these are the numbers lah. So just to wrap up this question is, now I look at from looking at revenue now today I look at two types of revenue. I look at the growth revenue, and I look at scalable revenue. My interest is in scalable revenue, and I also look at which links to cost of goods sold. So I want to have as low of a cost of goods sold as possible as a variable cost. Yeah.
Cool. And I think just to also remind our viewers out there that while as what Vernon mentioned, your cost of goods sold is variable, right? Your operational costs, it is only variable in the long term. In the short term, it's all fixed.
Yes.
So that's the reason why you need to account for this huge chunk.
Yes.
And make sure you're still having a net profit lah.
Yes.
Yeah, true, bro. Wonderful. Can you share also, right? Maybe can you give some advice lah, right, for other business owners out there who currently they don't look at numbers the way you do. Maybe they have their books done, right, but they do this maybe once a year. So they do this once a year. It's not for them as usual. It's actually to make sure income tax is submitted, and then Accra is happy, that kind of stuff. But what do you have to tell them?
Okay, I would say that if you are serious about building a business, you must have your numbers at the tip of your fingertips. That means you must know. For example, if for me, I'll give you an example, right? If I want to do an event, the reason why I have my own clubhouse now in Ubi is because I know how much I spend on events if I do it outside. So I do outside, makan. Okay. Then I also must have, of course, venue costs. Then if I do after 7:30 PM, some places they must pay aircon. If I do too early, must pay aircon. I do after 6, must pay aircon. Which if you never done event before, you never realize that people charge money for aircon. Okay, so you gotta pay aircon. Okay, then on top of that, so these are the things you don't know. So if I run 4 events, for example, every event costs me $2,000. I run 4 events a month. That's $8,000 I'm spending. Correct? So it's why am I
Not doing that.
why am I not doing that, right? Hey, why am I macam just throw the money like that? I'm going to spend it anyway. Right now, obviously, if I run the 8 events for 8,000 a year, I didn't pay this 8,000. No, this 8,000 came from tickets and sponsors. So the tickets and sponsors are already putting money. Then after I take this money and I give it to the F&B operator, you see. So then my question to myself, I'm building whose business here, right? I'm building the F&B operator business, right? I'm not building my business, correct or not? I'm not storing the value. My machine cannot hold the value. So because I know the cost, every time I run the event, it costs this amount of money. I just think about it, okay, so if I take this amount of money, flow it into another asset, right? Let's say, for example, I rent a place, and if you don't, $8,000 can rent many good places, okay? So you rent to this place that is less than $8,000, you already win, right? Just like that. And then if you order outside, you have this thing called minimum order. And when you get minimum order means what, when you want to book a place, you must put down payment for the place, deposit, not down payment, deposit. Then you must order the makan, right? So last minute, the event, not enough people cancel, what happen? Burn, risk. But you see, if I do it at my place, right, anytime also can, my place, 10 people come, buy 10 makan, 40 people come, order 40 makan, can order from Old Chang Kee, can order anything because people don't care about the food. They only come because they want to meet the people, learn the information, right?
Yeah.
So then I got unlimited flexibility,
Yes, correct. Flexibility and financial security, bro.
And that means I don't end up putting money at risk.
Yeah.
So every dollar I spend buying the Old Chang Kee is money that is paid for by the ticket sales,
Yeah.
So immediately the defense is perfect. Right? So now, today, the way I do events, I market the event and then I book the venue, I mean, book it with myself, my own venue, right?
Because it's there.
Because it's there.
Yeah.
That means if nobody want to come, okay lah, let them do lah. It's okay. Never mind. Change topic, change everything can change what. But if I put $2,000 commitment into an event, suddenly I sweat for what, yeah? Oh, it must come lah. It's good. I say if people don't want to come because the topic is not good, then they shouldn't come. What? Why should I force them, force people to come when the topic or the content or the speaker isn't what the market wants?
Yeah.
So I can iterate like crazy. So this is the advice to business people. So you see, I'm very familiar with my numbers, right? I know profitability per event, attendee, run ads, how much the ads cost to one person to appear. I also know the running costs. I also know for my staff to go down and look and jaga the door, what is the cost. So you know all of these costs, you can make better decision. But if you don't know this cost, long term or short term, you don't know whether to decide this one is outsourced, this one put in-house. Which one is better? So you don't know. And it's very dangerous because any of the variable change, you like petrol price go up, anything like that, then you're running a loss-making business for every product you sell. Yeah.
Cool. So there you heard it, guys. I think at the end of the day, with regards to our numbers, if you do not just look at it, but it is actually being done in a way which is readily available. You're able to analyze it and then structure your business around the numbers that you want to create from there. Yeah.
More robust. To a business to sustain, it's profitable. Revenue minus cost equals profit. Good. Of course, good, right? But you see, if for something to be robust, it means that it can withstand shock. That one is more important.
Yeah.
So everybody might be chasing sustainability. So I always share with my community members. I said a house of cards is very stable. In fact, that's what a house of cards is. A very stable house of cards.
Yeah.
But do you want to have a house of cards? You don't want, right?
Yeah.
You want that thing, the one that every time you push, then the thing just like this, right? That one is the doll, right? That one is robust. What we want is robust. So for your business to be robust, your cost management, your risk taking, and your strategy must reflect robustness, not reflect stability. Yeah. So some people will say crazy things like, "Oh, I closed this 3-year contract with this client. Now we're stable already." I say that's one client, that is 40% of your revenue, signed for you for 3 years, and you say that you are stable. That is the definition of a house of cards, right?
Yep.
Then after 3 years later, contract cannot renew. Then you say, oh, problem. I said, it was problem the moment he signed the deal with you. And because he signed such a big contract with you, you put all your resources to jaga this client and to deliver value for the client, right?
Yeah.
Then one day, COVID hit, Straits of Hormuz hit, whatever. This client say, hey, sorry, bro. Then you and your employment contract that you signed with all your staff.
Finish. Actually, when you say this, right, it reminds me of where we were a long time ago. So at one point in time, we had one client which accounted for 70% of our revenue, annual revenue.
70%?
70%.
You are
Very
working
high.
for him, basically.
Yeah. At that point in time, of course, everything was good, everything was rosy, right? So that also meant that we couldn't take on more jobs.
Because he eat all your resource lah.
Everything.
Yeah.
And we had so many staff. We had 15, 16 numbers of people. It was crazy, bro. So, and the scary part was it took one moment of they asked for some discount or I don't know what, right? I think maybe at that point in time I also was a bit hot-blooded and everything, very young, right?
Yeah.
I think back, I think not worth doing this. So I decided to stop. Yeah. But when we stopped that, imagine, overnight, bro, 70% gone. Yeah. So there were how many employees and everything, right? But so the whole idea was when we actually let go this 70% chunk, then based on the 30%, we had to actually go and grow this. So within 2 years, we actually
Cover back lah.
Yeah, actually we didn't just cover back. We actually rebounded higher.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess the point is even our profession as accountants, we are told in our like miscellaneous professional statements like never take on a client which at the end of the day gives you more than 20% of your annual revenue. You know, so that's a threshold. Anything more than that, don't take.
Yeah.
So you want to take, you have to grow your business first.
Yes.
Yeah. What's the advice?
I want to share this point because I was just talking to one of my community members, right? One of the very big issue is a lot of solopreneurs actually. I mean, we all started as a solopreneur. The issue with solopreneur is they compare themselves with an employee salary. The next thing he will do, do you think he will go for a course, learn a new skill, design his business plan, reinvest in asset, or he buy iPhone?
He will buy a depreciating asset, bro.
He will buy
A car or something. Or renovate the house. Something stupid.
He will do something stupid, right? Yeah. So that's because he's not thinking of because you see he doesn't have a business model. So you think of it as a mole, like a mole, like a Teletubby mole or Hello Kitty mole. You must pour cement to make the Hello Kitty, right? But because he got no mole, he has 2 liters of cement. But he has no mole. So what we do with 2 liters cement? He say, never mind lah, relax lah. And then he buys depreciating asset, never mind, no? What's more dangerous, right, is that he relax.
He let the thing harden lah.
No, he relax. He say, okay lah. I mean, 25,000 if I work in government, I work in a corporate job, I must work for 4-5 months, no, then I can make this money. This money now coming, that means the next 4-5 months I don't need to make money. This is the problem.
Okay.
The problem is this mindset. Because once you got this mindset, you will finish the 3-4 months. Then you say, hey, how? Then go and chase another thing to get another $25,000, right? Then you repeat this cycle for 10 years, you know.
Yeah, never ends.
It never ends. But if you have an idea, for example, you want to build a AI bot that can that people will subscribe to, that can actually give them your let's say financial advice regarding your numbers. So you put in all your principles and your guardrails. All you need to do is you just subscribe to this thing for $100. You upload everything inside. It will tell you the status of business, make some recommendations. People will pay for this, right?
Yeah.
And that one costs $80 a month. Good, right? So when he closed his 25K big project, he need to settle all the client stuff. Maybe he make $10,000-$15,000 of profit. That $10,000-$15,000 profit must go towards the investment of the development of this tool, because now he got a plan, right?
Yeah.
Right. Then he closed another project. He will start spending in this.
Yep.
Then after enough cement is here, the Hello Kitty come out. Then now he has an asset in his business.
Yeah.
But because he don't even have an idea of a Hello Kitty, don't even talk about the mole. The mole is a plan. He don't have the idea, the vision for it. This thing he never think of. He will take the cement, harden it, buy rubbish.
Yeah.
Worst thing is relax.
Yeah.
The worst thing is relax. Then finish. Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't consider the relaxed part. But that's true, bro. That's true.
Yeah. But if you have a big mole, like for me now, I have a clubhouse dream, right? So I'm a bigger clubhouse dream. My mole is very big. So my cement that I'm looking for is a lot of cement.
Yeah.
So even though there is revenue coming in, I will never relax one,
Yeah.
Because the mole is very big. There's a lot of things to buy.
And in fact, knowing you will change the mold, bro.
And get it bigger and bigger and bigger. After that, add some more. So you become part of my member. My team will onboard the system into this max. All the AI agents place one of your employee.
I see.
So the reason why this member signed up for this package is because 18,000 replace one of my marketing employee. Cheap what? Okay, come do for me. Sign now. Like that, no? Because the mindset is not comparing to. She's not comparing this with like a membership at Safra,
Yeah.
They're saying that then if you pay every year, you renew with me, then we will keep maintaining this AI agent for you, because that's the value. And on top of that, you get all these extra perks. You get advertising credits. You also get speaking slot. All these things, is inside the membership entitlement. So this is a different mole, right? The mole is different,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah, so we give Mac Mini lah. So I was telling my team lah, every year we can aim and give out 5 Mac Mini. Of course, the Mac Mini costs $1,000. We take from the 15,000, 18,000 and buy the Mac Mini, of course. Then we do the consultation. Then we bought the AI agent for them, put inside. They said, don't worry. Then the client just have a own self telegram themselves, right? Because that's the interface to the Mac Mini. We can keep the Mac Mini for you in the office on the power. No need to keep at the client shop. We keep, but we should take photo, show you this one your one. Paste sticker, this is your one. You want to keep also can but no difference you know. So that's what I'm trying to say. That's called a mold. That means I have a plan. Right? Now whether in the future will be 2 Mac Mini, in the future will it be more things, it doesn't matter. What matters is there is something that we will invest in. And because of this, now I need to then develop AI agent competency in my team members. So they must know how to build this.
Yeah.
Right? Because if they can build this, then they can build this machine, right? Then therefore there's something to give to my client, right? So if I hire one person in, I can justify this person's salary because this person jaga 3 box. Okay, what? Yeah, because now there's a platform to create value for this person. Of course, I must go and close this client to fit the whole thing. But for me to close this client, for me to show them the value stack, and the 18,000 includes advertising value for the community,
Oh.
That means throughout the event, we will advertise your business, Can justify, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, then got ticket, then invite you for event, you got the speaker. Okay, can justify what?
Yeah.
It's not unjustifiable.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's actually very multi-pronged approach lah.
Yeah.
You're not just paying for one thing. You're getting actually splendid value lah, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And value is the key.
Yeah.
If we want to do business in Singapore, we must create value, and the value must be intrinsic in nature. And as a business, you must think of how the value can be a scalable revenue value and not a massage. I will say massage because all the service provider out there, they are giving massages. Giving massage so money You don't massage people, no money right? So how are you going to get out of this and then do something that doesn't require you to do massage? But it doesn't mean you don't work. You still must work, manage read report attend meeting These are work what. Yeah, but your work is not massaging anymore.
Your work will be reporting on the value which has been created.
Yes.
Yeah.
Steward it. Yeah.
Awesome, bro. Okay, let's go a little bit on how we work together, bro.
Yeah. Well, okay, I know your brother. What made me feel that this is different, he already thinks like a community. So immediately, he has no problem with all his clients meeting each other, which I thought was not very normal for accounting firms, right? They don't exactly throw a party for all their clients to meet and then see how they can do business. That was very, I would say, visionary already, right? And we're talking about an accountant, Like for me, marketing guy throw party, introduce people is very acceptable, right? But this accountant want to do community thing quite special, right? So it means that I feel that the leader of Accounting Superhero has visionary leadership. That's first. Number two, I felt that the leader of Accounting Superhero was absolutely focused on the benefit of the client. He's not focusing on the service to the client. He's focusing on the benefit of the client, which is different. Okay, so focusing on the service to the client means you tell me you are a waiter, What do you want, Vernon? Medium rare steak? Okay, this is for you. Give me what I want, right? That's waiter. Yeah. But how you are looking after your community is, you are saying, you, high blood and gout. No. Don't order this steak, okay? You need to eat this salad. This is a nutritionist approach, not a waiter approach. So when you were looking after your community, I saw that you were very, very sincere about being their nutritionist and not being a waiter, because you still get paid, right?
Yeah.
The restaurants still sell the makan,
Yeah.
So that's what that really made you stand out, because you truly care for your clients, to the point that you're trying to connect them for them to do business together with each other, which is what I do.
Yeah.
Right, based on my story that I shared later, right? So naturally our values align. That's why I recognize that your values. That's why I wanted to work with you. And that's why my group holding companies and all this stuff, I'm working with you, because I felt that this is, you will advise me as a good nutritionist.
Awesome.
Yeah, instead of taking instruction from me like a waiter.
Actually, likewise, if I can just share, that's one of the things I admire about you as well. Actually, I know you already know this stuff, but I admire the fact that you take the time to say, Faz, come, let's do a Zoom. I want to tell you this is all I want to do, and then you tell me what you think. So then when I explain to you that, then you oh yes. I have 60%, 70% of this in here. Now that you put it here, okay, now we have it on paper. Okay, come, let's get it done. So that's why I admire about you. A lot of people, they don't go and talk to their accountant about it. And they do first. Then after that, there's a lot of rectification costs that I don't do, which is can be avoided.
No, Faz, because actually I feel you are an advisor. You are beyond a consultant and accounting consultant. You are actually an advisor, because an advisor is somebody that will that is telling you something that is based on principles. But a consultant is telling you something based on best practice. Best practice is best practice for who lah?
Yeah.
This one I must just like that. It's always like that one. You come into the house, you must always take out the shoe outside, then you come in. What if the house under renovation? Do we still take out shoe?
That's something I will say.
The advisor will say, wait, before the shoe, this house okay or not?
Yeah.
Is it whose house? What house? Is it under renovation? Yeah, and I see you as an advisor. So you are very nice about it, because every time you organize your community, you do this thing where you are a coach and you put in time to meet all the coaches in your community. You are advising them, but you put it as a coaching relationship so that it is easier to have the relationship. But actually, you're advising them based on the numbers that you know. Yeah, which is very, very important.
True, bro. See, you're one of the few people who really understands what's going on.
Well,
Awesome.
I recognize it in you because I also believe in the same things. That's why when I look at it, this is what you're doing, very good. Because you are also a community leader. You are also coaching people. You are also putting in, you know that every month you must meet this number of people, this number of times. If you don't meet them, this number of people, this number of times, they do not get the value from your relationship.
True.
And they cannot achieve the output that they want. And you are focusing on the output that they want, not focus on the service.
Yeah.
Right. If service, you will just tell them
Anytime. Anybody can do it.
yeah. Anybody can do it. And you don't know whether he will or not.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
Awesome, bro. Thanks for sharing this, bro. I want to ask you about this part we call the no good, the bad, and the ugly, bro. So this is where I want to ask you about a point in history where you went through some prolific shit, bro.
Yeah.
So this is something which, when you think about it now, I think your skin can still crawl. You still can break into cold sweat. If you have had something like this happen, because I think most business owners like us would have went through this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Let me know what it was and how you felt at that point in time.
Yeah. So it's I would say it was the moment maybe 7-8 years ago before COVID that I learned that there are things in life money cannot buy. That was the moment. So I'll share the story. Okay. But the lesson first is there are things that money cannot buy. I mean, as a business person, a person who grew up in a working class family, I had a lot of respect for money, and I thought that having a lot of money is very good, right? Of course, I mean, it's a simple story to people understand. Oh, more money, good. If you can solve it with money, it's not a problem. Just get more money, right? But can you imagine where there are a few incidents? I'll tell you one incident. One incident is, for example, you are in a relationship, right? So I was in a relationship, and the relationship broke down. And I felt that, and the reason why the relationship broke down is because I spent all my time at work. And I justify myself to say that I'm just trying to make more money so that you can have a better and better life for us, me and my family. Then when I realized that by taking away all my time, my relationships broke down, my parents, my uncles, our relationship broke down. Even with my loved one, all broke down.
I see.
Then I asked myself, what is the point? What is the point if you have, a big house and everything, and big car and everything, but nobody want to eat dinner with you? and nobody care about you. And this was that money cannot buy. Buy back, for example, if you cannot get, you cannot, if somebody broke your trust, right? So, for example, if you have especially now I'm a father, right? So I have children now, and I realize that if your child is not healthy, you cannot do anything. You cannot focus on life.
Yeah.
And then if your child is unfortunately or what sick with something that money cannot really address the issue, then what's the point, right? What's the point, right? So one, broken relationships because of intense focus on business. So to all my business friends out there, do not sacrifice your relationships. In the most precious relationships in your life, do not sacrifice it for business or money. Because what is the point of doing all of these things? And then eventually you come back home to nothing. So there was a period of my time where my relationships all broke down. I had no reason to go home, I was living by myself in a very nice house. But I had no reason to go home, After I finish working, I'll go to the gym. I will open my laptop, I'll send emails, do work until the gym closed. And then after that, I will walk home. It will take me 1 hour, 15 minutes to walk home, And why didn't I take a bus? Because I go back home earlier for what?
Oh, okay.
There's no reason to go back home earlier, what? Because you go back home early, there's nobody at home. There's nobody, firstly, there's nobody at home. Secondly, there's no reason to go home. Yeah. It was the darkest days. Then,
may I ask, bro, how many years ago was this?
2018, 2019, before COVID lah.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you have no reason to go home and your parents don't want to talk to you because they given up trying to talk to you because you are never free, then what's the point? Yeah. So now I have a different mentality. Now my mentality is the quality of your relationships will reflect the quality of your life. Yeah. So the low point is then, of course, because I'm a very passionate community builder. I built different communities over the years. I also realized that when you become valuable as a connector, people will want to work with you because of the connection and the value that you have. But you do not know whether they truly care about the mission and the purpose, or do they just want access, they want to leverage you or exploit you. So because of that, I can't tell the difference.
You won't know who's genuinely there for you and who's there to benefit from you.
You can't tell.
Yeah.
So after a while, I thought some people were genuinely caring for me and stuff like that. Then when they were needed disagreements, then you realize that the people that you thought you were investing in, moving in the right direction, actually they didn't care. Relationship was broken because working too hard. Trying to invest into relationships in other people, actually they just want to use your value. I remember I was sitting in the office by myself also. I ordered Grab by myself in the office. Then I was looking out the window, in the dark window. I look at it, I was like, I'm like staring into the darkness, the darkest period of my life. And yet, at that time, I had a very big bank account. But I have nobody to buy present for. I have nobody to buy a trip for. I have no reason to... Yeah, I just felt very pointless, basically, right? Yeah, so then as I changed my mindset, I started to... I started to give people the respect that they deserve. Yeah, at that time I didn't give people the respect they deserve. I worked with people who I felt could be useful for the overall mission, but I just didn't respect people as much. Then over time I learned that the more you respect people, the more people respect you. And the more genuine you are with people, then the more genuine people will be with you. So those were the dark days. And so I want to tell all my business friends out there, money is truly not everything. Right? Money is not everything.
So true.
Yeah.
So true, man.
Yeah.
Actually, when you talk about giving respect, right? It reminded me, you know, like for me, I have no qualms calling a younger person big brother. In Malay, abang. So I can refer you, bang, come on. I'm younger than you, call me bang. No? I say, it's okay. I'm giving you the respect. It's okay. It's fine with me. And I learned this from one of my, like, another big brother, no? He's, I think, 15 years my senior. And he called me bang. No? And this guy is so respected. And he has a lot of people following him now. And for him to call me big brother, I'm like, he cannot. Then he said, no, I call you because I respect you. And because you respect me.
Yes.
And that's the simple thing that we believe.
Yes.
If you give someone respect, you will get it back.
Yes. Yeah.
Awesome, bro.
And one of the big things in business world or in the community space or whatever, respect is a thing that is, you know, you hear this all the time, right? Respect must be earned, not demanded. We hear until thousand already lah, this
But I
word.
don't believe in that.
Yeah. That's exactly the point that I'm coming to. That line is actually not correct. It's actually how you treat people is a reflection of yourself, regardless of how that person is treating you. That's the more. That means okay. If you follow that previous line, we say respect is not given, right? What it's trying to, that line is used to justify your bad behavior when you don't like something that's happening.
Yeah.
Then they will use this line. You know, respect is earned, not given. So I will be very rude to this guy. Treat everybody like they are your brother or sister-in-law, or your potential father or mother-in-law.
Okay.
You just frame like this, right? I mean, come on, seriously, right? You have brother and sister-in-law, father-in-law, mother-in-law. So do I. But before they became our father-in-law, mother-in-law, right? They were people we do not know.
Yeah.
But because you're trying to date their daughter, you automatically give them very good respect, right? But they didn't earn anything.
True.
You know what I mean? But you have to, because you're trying to create a good impression, right? So when people ask me, how do I understand this thing? Just imagine this guy is a potential father-in-law, mother-in-law. Because when, a couple years ago when I was doing a thing, I had this thing with this relationship with this person, and this person was terrible. Okay? But I treated him well, treated him with respect, managed him and managed him properly. 4 years later, he was on the client side's approval committee for my project.
Oh, okay.
And of course, we got the project. Look, can this happen? Can this scenario happen? This scenario can happen in 100 ways. But the point of the story is you never know where and how. Firstly, you do not know who he know. You do not know who he will be. You do not know what is the dynamics of the relationship you can have with this person in the next 5 or 10 years.
Yeah.
So if you treat him like very badly, especially when he deserves it, you know, he will remember for 10 years, right?
Yeah, true.
So why would you want to do this? And anyway, if he pisses you off, I always say this to my community members. Remember, the word is called take offense. Offense is taken. Offense is not given. That means you must makan, you know. If you eat it, you are offended, right? So I take offense.
Yeah.
But if you don't eat it, it's impossible to offend you, correct? So the fact that you're offended is because you choose to be offended, that's all. So don't be offended lah. Just know that it's like that lah. It's okay.
Push it aside lah. There's so many big things in life for us to worry about.
There are bigger problems lah, problems, bigger issues lah. We just need to thank God that we are healthy. Thank God that our family is happy and safe. Our children are healthy. Everything else is not a problem.
Yeah, all that is secondary.
Yeah, especially when you have kids. Now I mean I'm a young father, right? So I look at it, as long as my kid is happy and healthy, right? What is there any other problem left? No money, no problem. This business, no problem. This guy very rude to me, also no problem. Everything is no problem. Yeah, and nothing is a problem. Okay, you only make it a problem.
Yeah, it's only a problem when you make it one.
It's only a problem when you make it one. Just relax lah. You know? Yeah.
Can you maybe also tell us, bro, if you were to be able to go back to that Vernon
Yeah.
2017, 2018, right? What would you tell yourself? Now knowing all that you have known from then until today.
If I can go back in time and only had like 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes to spend with the younger Vernon, I will tell him that sticking to his principles is the right thing to do. Do not believe in shortcuts. Do not sacrifice relationship for money. Especially do not sacrifice your relationship for money. Know that money comes from good reputation. So 10 years ago, I was 30 years old, right? 29 years old. I was very angry, not angry, I was not happy because I wasn't a millionaire at 30 years old. So I told one of my mentors, I'm not a millionaire at 30 years old, I think I'm a failure. Then this guy said to me, I said, who told you? What would you do if you had $1 million? He told me, I will buy a Lamborghini. Then he told me, do you know how much a Lamborghini costs? I said, yes, it costs $1 million. They said, if you had $1 million and you bought a Lamborghini for $1 million, that will make you what? I said, that will make me no money, right? I said, okay, maybe I didn't think this through. Then he asked me, why do you want to buy a Lamborghini? He said, because rich and successful people drive Lamborghinis. Then he told me this statement. He's a high net worth guy, okay? He said, who told you that? That's it. Then I realized no rich and successful person has ever told me that you should buy a Lamborghini,
Yeah.
It's the advertisement and the movie and the Hollywood and these people who are trying to take my money is telling me that I should buy a Lamborghini. So after I realized, then he asked me the magic question. He said, Vernon, today you're going to be 30 years old. If I offer you $1 million now, but you must give me your skills, wash away, and give me your reputation and give me your network, will you take it? I'll give you $1 million now. And the answer is no, right? No, I won't give it to you. Then he said, therefore, Vernon, what you have now is worth more than $1 million. Then I realized, he's right, right? He's right, because you're not willing to trade, what?
Yeah.
Right? So because you're not willing to trade means you think what you have is more than the money that's being offered, right?
True.
So with this mindset, I realized that money is a result of value. Money is not the point itself. It is the environment, the machinery, the system, the everything that works together. Then he told me, he said, Vernon, if you are a man of good reputation, you will find the doors are open easily. And people will be happy for your success. If you are a person of bad reputation, even when you become very successful, many people want to wait for you to fail and throw stone at you.
Yeah, true.
And everything will be very expensive for you if you are a person of bad reputation. So the most important thing for a man to have is be a man of good reputation, and you will have the opportunities in life and you get a chance to impact people. So because of that, I maintain my principles as much as I can for the last 10 years. And I'm very privileged to say that today I find myself in a situation where I'm able to access resources, able to have the trust and belief of people because I have taken the difficult decisions early in my life. So now I can say, for 10 years I've been doing this. Then people can just, really. So 10 years worth of photos, you've been doing this.
Yeah.
So I will tell him, stick to your principles. Don't focus on money, focus on the source of money, and relationships are what give your life quality. And things will get worse before it gets better.
Actually, if you were to ask me for something, right, there's a very high chance I will always say yes.
You don't need to know the details.
Yeah,
The details are not important.
No issue. What you want? The other day you were telling me, go and call SMCCI and everything. I was thinking, how do I call SMCCI? I'm not a board director, right? It's okay lah. But don't ask me, I will do it. No issue. Okay, let's make it happen. But it is true lah. That is how it is.
No, because you are so fast, you are a man of great reputation. It's because whenever we do things right, we consider the impact on other people before we do the thing.
Yeah.
Always, what happened? how would that person get value? How would the person be taken care of? How would that person be at risk? You think first before you do, ma. So by the time you do this for long enough, by the time people know that you behave like this, but then when you make the request of them, they know you thought about it already.
Yeah.
Oh, Faz won't ask me to do something against my interest, what?
Yeah.
So, okay, like what you want? There, okay, can, sure. No man, just go and settle. I settle for you, just go. No need to do it because this is something I learned from one of my mentors also, but he told me, he said, never work with people who have no reputation to lose. Wow, what does that mean? You see, if this person got no reputation to lose, that means he is not afraid of God, you know.
He can do anything, man.
He can do anything, right? So you want to work with this guy, and you are afraid of God. That means you have something to lose. You are trying to protect something. This guy don't want to. How to work together? This guy will spin the dice any pattern he wants, right? Because he just wants the outcome. So I said, this one, stay away. But work with people who have something to lose. And then because we are a bit older in the business world, we have been here for like 10 over years or more. We have built something of value. We rather maintain this rather than capitalize on an opportunity. Right? Even if somebody come to you now, I say, Faz, I give you $2 million. You just need to do this thing. And this thing will compromise on your integrity. Or make people don't trust you anymore if they find out. The answer is it's okay, bro.
No need.
It's okay, bro. Just keep your money. Keep your money. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Because we have the source of money.
Yeah.
We don't need the money because we have the source of money. This guy is only offering orange juice. We are building the plantation already. This guy come with one swimming pool of orange juice. I say it's okay lah. We are building the plantation. We will get the orange juice at some point. Okay. But if you want me to burn my farm to take your swimming pool of orange juice, I said,
Forget it.
forget it lah. It's okay lah. Never mind lah. You go offer to someone else lah. Yeah.
Awesome, bro.
Yeah.
Can I ask you, what advice would you give to young entrepreneurs who are starting out in business?
Okay. I don't know how qualified am I to give advice at this level, but what I would say is, if you want to build a business, build a business. If you want to give people massage, then you must know that you're just giving people massage lah. That means you're just a service provider. A service provider is not a business owner. An account in Accra doesn't make you a business owner. Right? So young entrepreneurs do that, the first one. Second thing I would tell them is, if you want to do business, you must make more than $10,000 a month. If not, drive a Grab. Because you see, there is an opportunity cost to your talent and your time. If you cannot make a certain amount of money, but of course not immediately, but you must build to a point where your take home as an entrepreneur is more than $10,000 a month. If not, of course, more is better, please don't get me wrong. But if your target is, I want to be a businessman and every month I earn $4,000, then I think there are better ways to make $4,000 without these huge risks.
Yeah.
And they can be business owners, right, that make $1 million more revenue per year, but they make $4,000 a month, you know.
They just didn't realize it lah.
Yeah, they just didn't realize it. They think, wow, volume big lah, everything. But the take home at the end of the day is like maybe 5K, 6K or something like that. I said, hey, your risk is $1 million a year or more, and then your take home is so small. And your one of my members was telling me he was about 10 mil, by the way. His company was doing well. He made a lot of money. So what I do with the money? Renovate the office.
Okay.
His chair, $4,000.
Oh.
Everybody, not boss chair, no bro. Everybody chair. The Herman Miller lah. Wow, then do water, office rental one, no.
Alamak. He bought it first.
Then because he said, I want big buy, I can buy smaller, but rent bigger. Big rent, renovation, buy chair, projector, everything. Then after, okay, then my business doing good I said, my business not do, then business doing bad how? Business doing bad, I put money in lah. I said like that Then business money go, why you never take out the money? I said, well, because I thought the money belongs to the business I said, yes, the money belongs to the business, but when you never take out, when business doing bad, you must put in. I said, then how you ever going to have money?
Yeah.
Where are you going to buy a condo?
Oh, that's why you said Grab.
That's why. No, because that's a risk, right? Yeah. So one of the big dangerous mindset, and this business owner today, he's 55 years old, right? And then his net worth is not as good as he can get. And while last time he used to run a 10 mil business, and he's still not there because when the business doing well, all the money went into the business, but he bought diminishing asset, depreciating asset. They bought, no.
Yep.
So I said, but because he had a mindset issue, so he didn't figure whether he's a club owner or he's a masseuse, So that's why he when he made the decisions as a business owner, he made the wrong decision. I think it's the wrong decision. If not today, he don't need to work anymore.
Yeah.
Really, no, he would not have to work. He would have enough investments and everything because he didn't have the right mindset. So be clear, young entrepreneurs out there, be clear. You want to be a service provider, be a service provider. If you want to own a business, then learn the skills to run a business.
I think Vernon mentioned something just now which is to me you can already choose not work so hard.
Yes.
So I think when you design your business,
Yes.
it's important for you to know, now I'm starting at 30.
Yes.
I want to work until I'm 50, for example.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll run the business until then.
Yeah.
After 50, it must pay me dividends.
Okay.
So this is the part where if you're starting out, I guess it's important to use this rule that you mentioned.
Yes.
And make sure that your business can run until this date or before that and start paying back returns.
Yes.
Because if not, right, you don't have an exit. No.
Well, this is a very good point of us. Okay, so you see, if you run a business that, for example, is a very scalable revenue business, and you say you are selling something for $80 a month. $80 a month gives you like approximately $1,000. Yeah, about $1,000 a year, right? Okay. So let's say you're selling subscription $1,000 a year. You have 1,000 customers, right? You are taking in $1 million of revenue.
Yeah.
Right? Good, right? Okay, good. And this revenue is assuming what the product is. If it's a tech product, then the cost is quite low after you return back, right? Now, with that money and that revenue, what do you do with the money? That's the question. If you are a serious business owner and you have a plan, you have a mold, you need a cement, then it goes back into building this, and eventually this thing become a golden goose that then pays out dividends through your payment structure.
Yeah.
Okay, but if you don't have this mold, despite being a brilliant tech guy or whatever, you build this technology, the money comes out, you will buy a car, you will rent a thing, you will stay in Dubai or whatever, because you don't have a clear idea on what is your role in society. So young business owners, please set a goal. Number one goal. My target or my recommendation after 3 or 4 years is $10,000 a month. 120K coming out into your pocket. You might buy stupid things with the 100K, that's fine, but it must come out of the business for you after a certain period of time. If your business model cannot produce this, the model is wrong. Okay, so then that means you can do Excel sheet and play and figure out whether that model is good. Now, you can have no business, no product, no business. You just sit down and do maths, then figure out, okay, this model works, let's hit these goals and go. But a lot of business owners, that's why they very common, Faz, I'm sure you agree, your members or your community will ask you, hey, how much do I charge my service? They will say this question, how much do I charge my service? This question cannot be answered like that one, This question is linked to a lot of things, Sometimes the answer is it should be free.
Could be.
There could be, the answer is for this service, it should be free. Because McDonald's ketchup is free. How come McDonald's ketchup is free? There's no such thing as free, right? So they might have done so many calculations and thinking assumptions. Then okay, the ketchup is free. That is the answer. Do you know that in McDonald's, if you buy a meal, you open the drink, you take a burger, eat half, put the burger inside the drink, you go back to the counter and tell them, excuse me, there is a burger in my Coke. You know what they will do? They give you a new set Happy Meal. They will take all throw away, give you a new set. Free. Because they calculated already. To teach a person on the ground how to answer the question, why is there a burger in your Coke? Cost too much money for the business. It's cheaper to just give them a new meal and they are happy. And if you don't want to change the model, then go and drive Grab. Okay?
Yep. I think fantastic, bro. Let's close today's session with this final segment, which I want to ask you if there was someone in your especially in your business life, right? who has been very supportive, who has been with you throughout your ups and downs. If you could mention the person's name and look into the camera and then give your message to the person, we'll put it into the ending part.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there are so many people that has positively impacted me in my life. But if I must say one person, this person, above all, in terms of duration, time, in terms of investment into my life, in terms of believing in me, this person is Kwang Kwan. So I met Kwang Kwan a long time ago. And back then, I was a young and upcoming guy who doesn't know anything. And what she did, I met her as part of a networking community, right? So when she saw me, she was a community leader there. She saw me. She said, "Wow, this young man speak very well. This young man communicate very well. I think he can help me do training." So she paid money to send me for training.
Wow.
She invested in me, pay the training fee, asked me go for the training. So from there, I got to be trained in many business skills and many exposure and many networking and meet a lot of people. And because of that, she also gave me a platform to share with other people my business. And because of that, I built my first beginning of my network and my community. Until today, this weekend is my son's birthday. I will also be seeing her also. Until today, she's still we still know each other. We're still in the texting relationship. I would say I owe her every success I have today, because she believed in a young 27-year-old guy or something who didn't know anything but decided to pay for my training that I could not afford at that time. Yeah. She saw potential in me, invested in me. She even paid for a training for me in the US, and then she flew with me to the US, sat outside, I go for training. Because she didn't feel that she was good in the topic. She paid for the training, flew with me there. She sat outside, she sent me for training.
Wow.
I owe all my success in this life to this single person, and she is 71 years old this year. Yeah. So this is the person that I owe the most. Yeah. So Kong, for believing in me at such a young age, I wish you all the wealth. You always be loved by the people that love you. Know that you are in my life, and I thank you for believing in me.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
So thank you very much.
Thanks, bro.
Vernon. So as I always mention, I always say, in every business, behind every successful business, there is a story told through its numbers. And today we've heard from Vernon Lim. And thank you so much, bro, for spending some time with us on this show.
My pleasure.
And I hope all of us who actually are watching it today, we have learned something, more than something. We can actually take the lessons that we learned from here today and apply it in our business and make it a business which can outperform us. Yeah. All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Cheers.
All right, man. Awesome, bro.